realize by saying this on this podcast, I may lose some friends, but I don't care. I think this is the right thing to do. I think I could possibly be saving a lot of people by saying this.
111, welcome back to the Beautiful Day podcast, the best podcast out there, 111. We have an episode again where me and Jeff sit down and we talk about some of the new things that's happening in the skate world, some bullshit and some non-bullshit, some cool shit. But some of the future guests that we're about to have on very soon is like Romar, Chris Harris. I already got one filmed with Ryan Labrada, so y'all stay tuned to that. I'm very excited for these. That being said, what's poppin', Jeff Dechesare?
Not much. I'm sure everyone's thrilled that I'm the next guest since the last guest, which was also me.
Remember, you were on. It's an ongoing thing. It's not even like a guest anymore. It's like we just talk.
Yeah,
we're talking our
it's
shit.
just a show at this point.
Yeah, that's all that is. Or whatever.
But I'm doing good, man. Just got back from the East Coast 2 days ago. Definitely a really fun time out there. Had to refresh myself from being out here for too long, and it was dope. It was sick.
How often do you go to the East Coast? Once a year?
Pretty much like once a year, maybe twice. But the past couple of years, it's only been like once.
Shit. Yeah. One time I've been. You live in Pennsylvania, right?
My parents do, yeah.
Is that where Woodward's at?
Yeah, but Pennsylvania's huge, dude. Yeah. Like it's a whole giant state of like nothing, pretty much, except like Philadelphia and Pittsburgh are the main two cities there, and everything else is kind of just like, I mean, you've been to Woodward, you've seen like, it's like that. Well,
Amish town.
Not completely Amish town, but like just fucking like woods and plants and wilderness.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, some of the things we're going to be talking about in this podcast is his trip to the Bunt Jam, which I already did a reaction video to their video, which was crazy. We're going to talk about something that's going on with Chris Cole, apparently. And we're going to talk about the whole Braille thing, because that shit, a lot more shit is happening with that, sadly. And, Jeff starting his YouTube channel. So let's get straight to it. How did you get invited to the Bunt Jam? Which, first of all, I didn't even know they was doing lit shit like that. I just want to point that out. But how'd you get invited?
Well, I've been a fan of their podcast pretty much since they started. And, I would talk to them through DMs every now and then and just be like, oh, like sick new season, or just comment on something that I was stoked on. And then a few months ago, I think I was talking to them and they just like threw it out. They're like, oh, you should come to our Bunt Jam in July. And I'm like, I thought about it. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Yeah. They're on the East Coast. Like I could kind of just plan my trip around when the Bunt Jam is. Because originally I was like, I think I was going to go to the East Coast in like August, but I'm like, whatever, who cares?
So they're in Toronto, right?
Yeah, Toronto.
And how far is that from where you was at?
Like, it was like a 7.5 hour drive.
Oh shit, I thought it was like 3.
Nah, it's pretty far.
Oh, you busted a mission.
It's like far, but not, it's like going to Sacramento a little bit further.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
And there's like no traffic either.
And that's the first time you went to one of their competitions?
First time in Canada. Yeah, I've never even been to Canada. But yeah, first time at one of their Bunt Jams.
And you've been a big fan of them for a long time. So what was your feeling? Like, how did you feel right when you got there? Were you nervous? Were you like excited as shit, or both? Like,
it was both. Like, it was because I knew there was going to be a lot of people there. I knew they have a big fan base, and it's just like, it's like a big event in Toronto. Like all the skaters are gonna be there and stuff. And I even before, because they put put this thing on their Instagram of like confirmed skaters that are gonna be there.
Oh, that's professional.
So they put my name in the mix, and then I even had like people reaching out like, "Oh, you're gonna be at the Bunt Jam. Oh, yeah. Can't wait to meet you." So I knew like people who knew me were gonna be there.
That's sick.
So
bro.
I was pretty excited to like meet some fans and whatnot, but. When I got there, it was ridiculous, bro. Like, yeah. My homie that I went with, actually, who's like, dude I film with the most back home, he went with me, and I'm sure he was annoyed as hell. Like every couple, like every minute, basically, like some kid was like, "Oh, dude, you're Jeff. Can I take a photo?" Blah blah. It it was cool. It was really cool to see like that much appreciation out there. Everyone in Canada is super nice. Like no one was an asshole or anything.
Yeah, that's one of their stereotypes, which is a good ass stereotype.
Yeah.
Canadians are nice as hell, which is a great thing to have as a reputation.
But also, I had never met the Bunt guys formally, like in real life. So I was kind of nervous. Like I didn't know what I knew they were cool, but I didn't know if they'd like recognize me or anything. And they were super chill. Like it was a good experience.
That's what matters. Okay, so when you got there, I was watching the video, right? And you was texting me a little bit. So let's talk about these obstacles, right? First of all, was it a cash prize or anything for the competition, or what was it?
Yeah, I believe there was like a winner for each obstacle, and then like a MVP award or something. But it wasn't really like a thing like that. It wasn't about like, it wasn't like a contest. It was just like a big jam of like, all right, let's just do some sick shit, and then whoever stands out gets some money.
There needs to be an award on competitions, like the best skate competitions of the year, because that shit will win for sure this year. Anyways, so you skated the first obstacle. Tell me about that obstacle.
Okay, so this thing was it was like a bump. It was mainly for the bump to rail, like I feel like. But people also skated like a bump to flat, kind of like a pyramid with no bank that you land on.
How long was that flat? Would you say?
Dude, the flat was like, I mean, on video it looks kind of long, but like, dude, in real life, I mean, it was probably like close to 10 feet or something of flat, and the bump
10 fucking feet.
I mean, somewhat close to that, probably maybe 8 or something. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like the bump barely launched you, so it was like a big flat gap with a drop, and it was hectic, dude. I was like standing on top of the roll-in for like 30 minutes, just like looking at it. I'm like, I look like a dumbass. I'm like, I don't want, because dude, like, this is like one of my first things where I skated with like, you know, like the big pros, and I'm like, I don't want to look like a dumbass and like eat shit rolling over.
And we're gonna talk about that. You being cool with them now.
So like I was just standing there up on the roll-in for literally like 30 minutes, didn't do shit. I was like, because everyone was already like warmed up and like skating it, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I just want to roll over this thing to see how it is. And then like, I forget, someone came in and they were like kind of just like, we're feeling it out too, and I'm like, all right, if they can do it, then fuck it, no one cares. So I just like rolled over it. I'm like, damn, this thing is really long. I don't know. I don't know what I didn't even think when I did that. I'm like, I don't think I can even do anything on this.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was shocked. No offense.
Yeah, no, it's like some shit I don't normally skate.
I don't ever see you skate shit like that. So you was the first person to set off the trick.
Yeah, which they I knew that was gonna happen, because even before, like a week or two before the contest, they reached out to me and they were like, yo, if we shout you out, would you be down to like set off the jam with the first trick? And I'm like,
why they pick you?
I don't know.
Like, did they want to see you like,
dude,
bust your ass? Because I know they don't ever see you skate shit like that.
I don't know. Maybe they just, I don't know. Maybe they thought that like, because maybe they were like, people aren't expecting me to be at some type of thing like this, so they'd be hyped to see like, oh shit, Jeff's here. Like, it's just random.
So I know it's probably like a movie in your head, slow motion and shit. Like, fuck, I gotta set this shit off.
Yeah. So of course, when they asked me that, I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Hopefully I'm feeling good that day. Which also, I threw my back out a week before the contest, so I didn't even know if I'd be able to skate. I was so pissed. I was in Pennsylvania skating a curb because there's nothing else to skate where my parents live, and I was skating. First of all, I went to go skate a mani pad at some school, and there was a bus parked in front of the mani pad I wanted to skate. So
out of all spots?
Yeah, out of all spots.
All places.
And I've skated, like, there's not always a bus there. Like, I've skated this before.
Yeah.
Just happens to be a bus on the weekend parked at this mani pad, and then I had to settle for, like, a shittier version of the mani pad. And I, like, it's hard to explain, but basically the mani pad was, like, on a slant, and the trick I was trying to do, my board wanted to go to the other way. So every time I'd land in manual, I had to like shift my body like that real quick. And like one time I just like my back shifted too quick and I threw it out. I was so mad. I was like, dude, it was funny. My stepdad was there and I was just like cussing out Pennsylvania so hard. I'm like, I hate this fucking state. I hate being here. This is the worst place on earth.
The mayor's just there for some reason.
It was funny because after I was saying all this shit, and he was filming me try the trick. And then afterwards, he was just filming how shitty the spot was because there was a giant crack I had to avoid too.
He cool. He got the mindset.
Yeah, he's like, I need to show people how bad the spots are.
That's crazy.
He knows how like I have nothing to skate there, and I think he feels bad.
It's cool that he was filming you and shit.
Oh yeah, he's the go-to filmer every time I come back because it's super cool. My stepdad respects what I do. He sees how much hard work I put into skating and thinks it's like actually cool. Like all the videos I post and shit. Like he thinks it's dope.
That's a real one.
He's always helping out.
But yeah, so damn, you threw your back out.
I threw my back out.
And then you have to drive 8 hours.
I threw my back out literally a week before the contest.
Okay.
A whole week. And then that whole week, dude, I've thrown my back out before, but this felt like extra bad. I was thinking about going to a chiropractor and I'm like, dude, this like I could barely walk. I'm like, this fucking sucks, dude. I was just doing a bunch of stretches and just trying to heal up as quick as possible. And then I was still feeling pretty bad. And that like, I think it was like 2 or 3 days after this happened. And I had a friend in Jersey who has like this skate camp. And, you know, it's pretty close to where I grew up in Jersey. And like out there, you know, you don't really have pros and stuff come out. So he knew I was going to be around this week. And he was like, oh, dude, you think you could like come out and just like, you know, meet the campers and stuff? I'm like, yeah, I'm down. I can't really skate though. He's like, that's fine. Just like take photos and sign some stuff. I'm like, yeah, sure. That's cool.
It's a dream come true, low key.
Yeah. So I drove out there, which is like a 2-hour drive from my parents in Pennsylvania.
It's not bad.
And then I get there and he's like, oh, hell yeah, Jeff. Nice. Yeah, good to see you, dude. And then like I get inside almost instantly. He's like, yo, you think you could do some tricks? And I'm like, dude,
you motherfucker.
I'm like, dude, I told you my back is messed up. He's like, oh,
I gotta pay you at that point.
He's like, I'm like, dude, let me like, because I was still feeling bad at this point. I'm like, all right, let me like roll around and see how I feel. And it was weird, dude. It hurt less to skate than to walk. So,
okay.
I don't know why, but I was like, all right, I think I can like, because it was like, there's nothing big at his park. There's just like a bunch of like little ramps and stuff. So he's like, yeah, dude, if you could just do like a couple flip tricks off this little kicker, that'd be fine. I'm like, all right. So I like felt pretty good doing that. And I'm like, all right, there's like a couple days till this contest. I think I can like, I'll feel good by then. And I did. Luckily by like, it was on a Saturday. Yeah, by then I was feeling like almost 100%. So kind of worked out good.
That's interesting. I didn't really know all that. Okay, so the first obstacle, you did some freaking movie shit and like landed it.
Oh yeah. So the whole thing about like them wanting me to do the first trick of the jam is like I said, I skated that a little bit in practice and like I was not feeling anything. I like threw out some tricks. I'm like, this is a nightmare. Like I'm not gonna land shit in this contest. And that was what I was saying the whole time to my homie I was staying with out there. I was like, dude, what if I just don't land anything? And everyone thinks I suck.
Yeah.
And then he's like, nah, dude, you'll be. And I pretty much said that to everybody because everyone was like, oh, are you gonna kill it tomorrow? I'm like, probably not. And they're like, dude, it's not even about that. It's just like having a good time and vibing. And I'm like, but I still want to land shit. I came here for a reason. 100%. I don't want to look like a doofus out there. So
and that's not in your character, bro. You're not going to drive all the way out there not to skate.
Yeah, hell no. And then so the practice is over. They're like, oh, it's the Bunt Jam. Yeah, thanks everyone coming out. Stu comes up on the podcast every now and then. Some people like to give him a hard time because if people don't know what they're referring to, it's like on the bunt, they have that question, the rapid fire. They're like, oh, worst style. And there are some pros there that have said me before that I was skating with. So this is the whole thing. They said that. They're like, people like to give him a hard time, but he's our boy. Jeff wants song. Set it off, Jeff. And then like,
oh my
so
God.
much shit ran through my head right there. Cause I was like, all right, so I'm here. These dudes invited me. I want to make a good impression on them. I want them to think like, damn, this dude's like legit. And then like, there's these skaters up on top with me that I know like don't take me serious. They're like, oh, you shitty style, whatever. So I'm like, these dudes called me out hard. I have to land this trick or no one's going to take me serious here. So I was like, I was throwing out some inward heels in the practice and I didn't stick any. I'm like, I probably could have.
You're just testing it out.
But I was saving it. I'm like, I know I can do this, but I don't want to eat shit right now for no reason.
That's fire.
So I was like, they called my name and literally before I went, I don't know who I was standing next to, but I was like, I was like, I think I literally said out loud, I'm like, oh, fuck it, here we go. And then like that loud too. And then I was like, I'm landing on the board no matter what. Like no matter what. And I kind of like blacked out and I just remember riding away.
That's amazing.
And then everyone went nuts. And it was like, I'm not trying to suck myself off right here, but like...
Pause.
Yeah, big pause. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but like, that felt really good to do.
Hell yeah, pat yourself on the back. Okay, that's amazing, bro. Good shit on that, bro. I was hella proud when I saw that. Now, when it came to the second obstacle, because that's one of the things I was observing. I was like, I was supposed to be there with you. Mm-hmm. So I was like, damn. I'm like living through the videos, right? And I'm like, shit, that second obstacle, which was the quarter pipe?
No, second one was the hip with the penalty box on it.
I thought that was a lot.
No, that was just how they edited it. The second one was the hip with the big box on it.
So one, say if I was skating that, if I was still skating and shit like that, I wouldn't skate that motherfucker.
No, that
shit was ridiculous.
That ledge was like hip height, even with a bump. That's like tall for the tricks that went down on it.
Yeah, niggas doing kickflip back Smith pops out. Anyways, so explain that penalty box.
Are you having a stroke?
Yes. Penalty box. Oh my God, why did I start a podcast? I can't speak. It was cool. Yeah, you was excited. You was like my dad. You was in jail.
Yeah, pretty much. So the whole thing was the penalty box on their show. That is another thing in their rapid fire. They're like most illegal trick, which illegal tricks in skating are just like tricks that are like kind of like looked down upon, like kind of whatever whack to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm like the king of those. I do a lot of illegal tricks. So,
who was the one who made these illegal? Who was the president of skateboarding to make this illegal?
Whatever. But yeah, so I did, I did a 360 inward heel over the hip. And then like, I did it. People seemed pretty stoked. And then like, I get back up on the quarter pipe or the rolling and I just hear, Jeff, come to the penalty box. Like, I felt like I was going to the like principal's office. Like, Jeff, 5 minutes in the penalty box. And then here's like, I go in there. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, I was kind of expecting this to happen at some point. And then while I was in there, bro, you would have been like laughing if you were there.
Yeah, probably.
So perfect timing, always. I'm in the penalty box. And then the mayor of Toronto shows up and they're like, they have her go inside there with me.
It was that lady that was up in there?
Yeah, the mayor of Toronto.
The mayor of Toronto is lit. She was there just being cool.
I shook her hand, and then she was like drinking in the penalty box with us.
I'm about to move out there.
and then Steve Van Dorn, the owner of Vans, went in the penalty box with me and the mayor.
So you just having a party? Wait. Put this shit into perspective. This nigga is in technically skate prison.
It was like cramped in there too. It's a small ass space.
You're in skate prison in Toronto having a party with the mayor of Toronto and it's the owner of Vans?
Yeah. And then afterwards, the owner of Vans went up to me. He's like, he shook my hand. He was like, hey, that was a great way to start the contest.
But hey, thank you. Can you send me some shoes?
Yeah, more like, hey, can you just send me a contract?
Yeah, please. Like, come on,
but
man.
yeah, anyway.
we got that mindset. We always trying to get sponsored.
No, but it was, I mean, it was sick. Yeah, I never met that dude. He was like,
he was cool.
Super, yeah, he's super cool. I just like, I thought it was funny. It just so happened I was in the penalty box when these two other people went inside. Because it was just, I don't know, good timing.
Bro, I'm so mad to fucking go. I'm going next year.
If I were you.
All right, thanks. Okay, third obstacle, that big ass barn. And we gonna wrap up the conversation on the bunts because I want to get to these other things because, you know, this ain't the professional podcast. I can't speak. The memories were running out and we got to film some vlog shit after this one. Third obstacle, the barn. You say you want to skate something there because I know you can't do anything
I mean, I don't have any transition skills. So the only thing I was looking at there was, so on the top of the barn, it's like, it's like, you know, how like a normal house is. So I was like thinking of dropping in on that slant and then ollieing to the flat, which is like, I mean, probably like, it's like the height of a normal roof or so. But like the way it was set up, there's no way to like ride away. So I was like, all right, maybe I'm done skating for today because I didn't have anything else after that, which I was completely fine with. And just watching everyone skate that quarter pipe was crazy. I don't get how people do that type of stuff.
Actually, last night, I was sending this shit out to people because it was so funny to me. And again, you guys got to understand
I think I know what you're going to say.
I don't give a fuck if he ain't going to say it or not. And I'm not saying these niggas was one of them niggas, because probably not, I don't fucking know. But a lot of the core skaters always look down on Jeff. And then out of nowhere, this nigga's turning up with the mayor and the owner of Vans. And I see Sean Motto posting Jeff up with Ishad with his arm around you and y'all lit. And you honestly looked shocked as a motherfucker, bro. You look confused.
I was confused. Well, no, I mean, me and Ishad have known each other for a while. I didn't know he like fucked with me like that.
That story was so random to me.
Dude, I don't know. Like it was just a vibe, dude. Like they're playing this lit song, and we both like knew the lyrics to it. So we're just like, he started singing it, and then I started singing it, and then we just, I don't know, it was fine. And then like while we were singing it, that dude John Dilo, he like landed this crazy nose grind he was trying for a while. It was just like perfect timing.
It's amazing, bro.
Yeah, props to Sean Malto for getting that on film.
Well, I'm glad you have fun over there. Good shit, the bunt, and thanks for inviting the homie Jeff out there. All right, so what's going on with this Chris Cole thing?
All right, so normally I wouldn't say this is really my place to say anything, but no one else in the skate industry is saying anything about this, which is a problem because this is a big problem, not only just for skateboarding, just in general in the world. So allegedly, well, let's start where this started from. Okay, so as an avid Slap message board user, I saw a topic on there. It's now at like 52 pages, which is a lot.
Okay.
It said, actually, you know what? I'm going to pull it up right now and read it word for word what this says. The name of this topic is Chris Cole is a domestic abuser and his real name isn't even Chris.
Damn.
So I looked at that and, you know, the Slap message boards, you know, people hear that and it's like, all right, well, how credible is that really? A lot of rumors are on there. So I didn't really think much of that when I first read that. I'm like, okay, this is probably some dumb rumor or something. And then I clicked on it and then it was like a link to his ex's Instagram, and she had a post up, and I'm actually gonna pull it up because to me I was like, this sounds so weird. All right, so her post is, "My name is not Red," and I thought that was interesting, so I kept reading. And I'm just to summarize it, basically, she never once named Chris Cole. She never once said, this is the person who did this to me. But everyone knows that was her ex, Chris Cole. So she never once said his name, but everyone knows it was him. And she just kept explaining her past relationship and that she went through a lot of physical abuse, a lot of mental abuse, and her name is Christine, but everyone knew her as Red, which isn't really her name because...
So why?
Because when these two first started dating, I guess when she was 16 and he was 20, when they first started dating, I guess Chris was like, oh, your name is Chris too? This is not going to work, and I'm more famous than you, so I win. He called her Red because I guess that was like some name, some like family name or something, or nickname she got when she was younger.
Okay.
But still, that's not her name.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And you can tell in her post, clearly that bothered her. She wanted to be called her actual name.
Okay.
So she was like not trying to get Chris in trouble with his sponsors or anything like that. She just wanted to like let people know, like, okay,
and this is what that post is saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just wanted to let people know, like, okay, like I want people to call me this from now because I'm out of that relationship. I'm out of all that abuse and whatnot. So then this just like went down a wormhole of a bunch of other stuff that I'm not really going to get into too much, because if you want, you can go onto the Slap message boards and read more about this. But
this is crazy. The fuck?
My main issue here is, and also there's a guy named Rob Brink who you guys may have heard of him. He used to be host of like the Weekend Buzz and stuff. He's starting his own podcast. He interviewed Chris Cole's ex, Christine.
Holy shit.
And she went into, she went into all this. So when that podcast comes out, you'll get more information. And I don't know. I just wanted to put this out there because no one else in the industry is talking about this. And my issue with that is a lot of this stuff gets swept under the carpet just because people are famous or have some type of name and they don't want to upset those people. And I don't think that's whack. And it's also gonna influence other abusers to think this is okay and they can get away with it, which is that's horrible. Like that's my main concern, that like to other people who abuse women, they're gonna see this and think it's okay. That there's no like
they gonna think that's cool. That's how you get sponsored and like, become with Chris Cole.
Yeah, like there's no repercussions from this.
Yeah, I get you on that, and I 100% agree. That's just not okay. People scared because they don't want to taint their reputation or something by speaking on this, even though it's a bad thing.
No.
Horrible thing.
No. I realize, because I'm friends with a lot of people who are friends with Chris Cole, I realize by saying this on this podcast, I may lose some friends, but I don't care. I think this is the right thing to do. I think I could possibly be saving a lot of people by saying this. Maybe there's other victims of his out there. And yeah, anyone who supports this or like doesn't believe this there's plenty of evidence that's going to come out. I've seen like, there's like even an email where he admits to this, which is kind of crazy. So
God damn.
Yeah. So whatever. I'm ready to like lose some friends and relationships over this. Like I said, I used to skate with the Zero team a lot. I'm sure a lot of those people over there, if they see this, they're probably going to be pretty bummed on me announcing this, but it's the right thing to do.
You know what's fucked up about it too? This leads to the next topic. How you were saying like people, they don't want to say shit because they don't want to burn bridges or whatever, and this is a serious topic. So it's like, why aren't y'all saying shit? You know what I mean? Y'all gonna make it seem like make it seem cool to kids to do that shit or some shit. You know what I mean? And it's not. But when it comes to people like Aaron Kyro or Andy Schrock or any other YouTubers like that on something that's nowhere near some shit like that, they blowing that shit up on every fucking platform. Like Shredder News, etc.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And people posting about it.
Shredder News, even, they made a post about me being the first pro skater to support Christine, his ex-wife, which I was like, normally when Shredder News posts some stuff about me, I'm like pissed off, but like I was proud of that.
Yeah, that nigga be posting some funny ass shit about you. He
I
just
know,
be using
but
your
like
face for funny shit.
I'm proud of that, to be like the first person to stick up for her.
Damn. Well, Christine, I'm
also,
sorry that you're going through some shit like that.
Also, this might be confusing to other people, where I said the thread said he's an abuser and his name isn't even Chris. So that's the other messed up part. He renamed or started calling his girlfriend Red, but his name is actually James. His name's not even Chris. That's his middle name. Which is like, I don't know, whatever.
Like I said, prayers go out to her and
yeah, man. I mean, that's a whole lot
that you're going through that.
That's a whole lot of therapy that woman has to go through, probably.
It's crazy. You don't know what your heroes are doing, what the fuck going on.
No, and that was another thing. Like, I'm not a Chris Cole hater. Like, I was a big fan of Chris Cole. Like, I was a big fan of his skating. I looked up to him a lot when I was a kid. And to hear that, it was just really like disappointing. But, you know, like, I can't back someone who does stuff like that. It's just, yeah.
It's crazy. I really didn't even know that was happening.
No, and most people don't. That's why I'm on
here.
That's
why you say you're going to do it. You're going to say your shit.
Yeah.
All right, but like I was saying, it's crazy how, you know, people would, you know, not say nothing about it in the skate industry because it's a core pro skater or whatever, they scared. But when it comes to people like Braille, they will say some crazy shit like that, and that would blow it up out of proportion and all this other shit, even if it's nothing nowhere near close to some shit like that. But speaking about the Braille shit, y'all know we had a bunch of Braille writers on this podcast that, you know, spoke their truth, and even Aaron Kyro himself. And I feel like everybody said they part of the story and things got cleared up, but something else happened that shocked me. And I don't know if you know it, but apparently Nigel Jones and Ricky Glazer? Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but that's my nigga. He got blocked by Aaron Kyro blocked him.
I would have been stoked. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. I feel
like that's something we got to touch on because, you know, we interviewed damn near everybody in there. And I spoke to Nigel and shit. Bro, they feel hurt.
I would too. Yeah, they worked for that dude for like 10 years.
You know what I mean?
And then just to like write them off like they're like not even humans, just objects that he like hired to do stuff for. Like, there's like I feel like there's no personal connection there after all that.
It's like, I kind of relate to it in a certain way with other homies and shit like that. But I know that they looked at him as a homie or whatever. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, and I could be wrong. I don't know if he tried to, but they said he didn't try to talk to him first or whatever the issue was. And he just blocked him. Have you seen the videos of them talking about it?
Yeah. I just watched Nigel's video on YouTube today about it.
Yeah. It's just crazy. It should get views too.
That's sad, man.
Super fucking sad. I'm sad to see Braille go down like this. And
but hey, man, I mean,
y'all skate niggas need to get y'all shit together.
If anything in our podcast with Aaron forecasted this, you know, or foreshadowed it, I mean, yeah, maybe, I don't know, man. That whole interview with him, just like, I mean, you've showed me some comments of like, people are like, damn, Jeff can see like the bullshit going on here. And it's just like, yeah, dude, like, I mean, yeah, I felt like a lot of that stuff was just lies.
Yeah, part of me don't know what to believe now at all. And as a dude that interviews people, and again, this ain't the professional podcast, a lot of people are like, yo, this dude sucks at interviews. I don't fucking do this shit. I'm just doing it, y'all. Nobody was brave enough to ask this nigga about Scientology. Yeah, type shit. Nobody else was brave enough to ask this nigga about Scientology. So that's what we did. We broke the ice and bullshit happened, apparently to y'all. And I see this happening too. All I got to say about the skate industry and what's going on, and this is going on both sides. The Chris Cole side, which is the core side, and Braille side, which is, the YouTube side that people look down on back in the day or whatever. Everybody fucking up. Jeff is doing a YouTube channel, y'all.
Well, I've had a YouTube channel. I just started actually posting on it again though.
Yeah, so we came together. We spoke about this obviously on this channel and shit, but I feel like the first video I did was like a trial and error, just testing it out. And obviously you had to go and I had to go to Sacramento, so we was like separated. But Pause Nation. But the boy's first video did great for a first video. It's at like 11,000. First vlog is what I'm saying. His first vlog ever. And shit, bro. We about to really go in with that, and I'm excited about it. What about you?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Besides getting hurt, which I mean that probably would have happened either way, whether it's a vlog or not. I'm pretty excited to keep it going and just give a little more of an insight to people, like what we do. Like, well, I guess, man. I mean, I feel like more people know your personality. Kind of, you feel like you've done more vlog stuff than I have, and people don't really people just know my skating. They don't really know my personality too much. So it'll be pretty exciting to get more in depth with these, and I don't know. Who knows what will happen.
And that being said, we are about to go film one right now. You guys stay tuned. I appreciate you guys watching the podcast. We about to wrap this shit up. Again, anytime I have Jeff on here, it's just a show. We talking about what's going on in the skate industry. And yeah, 111. I told you guys we have some more guests coming on here soon. And stay tuned for the vlogs on my channel as well. And subscribe to Jeff's channel, link in the description. 111, Beautiful Day Podcast. Goodbye.